He cried faster than Jason Kelsey. I had to pop this up. Brandon Graham is BG is the perfect example of what you should do with players, letting them develop. Every coach I've had from little league, high school, college. Yeah, man. I want to thank you. Thank you for challenging me, for believing in me, and pushing me to become better. You played a role in my journey. Yeah. To the staff at NovaCare, great job, Howard. Great job, Mr. Lee. Great job, Dom. Absolutely, man. On top, go out on top, bro. You guys are the heartbeat of the team because every day, every early morning, every late night session with treatment or weight room staff. This is not being monetized because I don't want to get hit with copyrights on this one, but this is yeah. What's up, Robert? Nah, Robert, he was supposed to do it last year. And then kindness, warmth, and unwavering support for every player who walks through those doors. You are truly one of a kind. Carly, you know I can't forget about you. You made sure I always showed up where I needed to be, handle things with class, representing the team the right way. And, I want to thank you both for everything. To my teammates, my brothers, I mean, y'all are my brothers. I only have sisters. I got 3 of them, and I was the oldest. So football was one thing, or sports period was where, you know, I got some Michigan dude. I'm from Ohio, so you know. We fought hard. We celebrated the highs and endured the lows. Through it all, we built something that can never be taken away. Nice. It's nice to have two trophies on the table at the same time. I ain't gonna lie, that's dope. And while the trophies and rings are incredible, what I'll cherish most are the moments. What I cherish most are the moments, locker room laughs. I mean, Lane, one of the man, him, Fletch. I mean, you know, Fletch already know how I feel about him. Lane know how I feel about him. Jay Hurts, all them boys know how I feel about him. Man, them on-field battles that we went through, me and Lane, and even me and Fletch, it was just chemistry like facts. Water, man. And I'm gonna always need more. Remember that because that's what helped me in the moments where they called me a bus. And, I can appreciate y'all in conversations. JP, Trent Cole, them guys that helped me during them rough moments. And the lifelong friendship that I will cherish forever. Danny, Joe, my agent, my best friend, Danny. You know, you've been honest with me from day one. No matter the situation, that's not always easy in this business, but it's something I've always respected about you both. You kept it real when I needed to hear the truth, and you fought for me when it mattered most. I couldn't have asked for better people in my corner. Thank you for your loyalty, guidance, and always having my back. To my parents, mom, dad, none of this would have been possible without you. From the very beginning, you poured everything into me. Time, your energy, your love. Every sacrifice you made, every long night, every early morning, every moment where you put my dreams ahead of your own. I carry that with me every single day. You taught me values of hard work, resilience, and humility. You showed me what it meant to never make excuses, to push forward even when things got tough, and to always stand tall, no matter the obstacle in front of me. Every step of the way.
Hall of Fame?
When I doubted myself.
Possibly. He got 2 Super Bowl rings, and he got stats, and he got the longevity. So,
I hope I made you proud.
it'll be one of those things where later on down the line he might get in. I can see that happening.
To my wife, my best friend, my rock, since high school. You've been on my side. You've been by my side. 20 years of friendship, 11 years of marriage.
We'd have to add up the numbers, man. So you're right.
You are my
A
greatest
good
friend,
career doesn't mean Hall of Fame career. I agree.
my constant source of strength. The world only saw the player, you saw the man. When I was at my lowest, you lifted me up.
Oh, you know he's gonna be on the podcast.
You reminded me
See if I can
who
get him on
was.
mine.
Sacrifices you made, love you poured into our family, and the strength you've shown through all the highs and lows. There aren't enough words to express my gratitude. You held down our home so I could chase this dream. You gave me 2 of the greatest blessings in our children. You have loved me unconditionally, not for that.
Yeah, he
not for what I
definitely
do,
Eagles Hall
but
of
for who
Fame.
I am.
That's without
And
question.
that, more than anything, means the world to me. I love you more than you will ever know, and I am forever grateful to walk through life with you. To my kids,
Yeah, I'm trying to make that happen.
and Bryson, Daddy did this for you. Every early morning, every late night practice, every game, every time I got to put y'all clothes on, wake you up, Bryson, let you know that the men wake up first in our household, man. And I hope that you're learning that, man, because nobody gonna go get it but you. You got to go get it for yourself. And so, every game where I left it on the field, I wanted to show you what hard work, dedication, and perseverance look like. No matter what you choose to do in life, know this: your work ethic, your discipline, and your heart will set you apart. No one can take that from you, and I hope you always carry that lesson with you. And finally, to Philadelphia, we didn't start so tight, as you know. You made me work for this, and I appreciate you for that. Through the struggles, the injuries, and the moment where I had to prove myself over and over again, you never let me get comfortable. You held me accountable. You kept that chip on my shoulder. You pushed me to be better.
Oh, AJ's Hall of Famer, bro.
We celebrated together.
When AJ's done, he'll be a Hall of Famer. Facts.
This city is built on hard work, resilience, and unmatched passion. And you bring the same energy to every game, every moment, every season. Your loyalty, your fire, and your unwavering support mean everything to me in this organization. Philly doesn't just support this team, it lives for me. And I see it, and I feel it, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being the heartbeat of this city. This game has changed my life, and more importantly, this city has changed my life. It has given me a purpose far beyond football. It has shown me what it means to be a leader, to be a friend, to be a man, of faith, and have integrity. While my time on the field is coming to an end, my love for this team and city will never fade. Philadelphia and everybody, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank y'all. EAGL.
He went out with the Eagles sound.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Last one. EG out, baby.
Nice. Short, sweet, to the point. Short, sweet, to the point. That's
You know what? Probably this year I started to feel that because I, said that it
was Merrill Reese.
last year, and then started to see old videos pop up and what I had went through during them times, and just remembering those moments, and just knowing that I tried to stay as best. I feel like this year was that year for me, where it started to sink in. I think that's why I came to this conclusion of doing this year, especially after winning the Super Bowl. What do you want to do? What I want them to take from the story is it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And so for me, if you get another opportunity, whatever that opportunity is, run with it. And don't look down on it just because it might not be the opportunity of everything you dreamed about in your mind. When you think about it, how many times, 9 times out of 10, when you worry yourself about if you think something's supposed to happen, it normally don't happen the way you think it's supposed to happen. So I know for me, it was an opportunity that I got when I got here, and then I got another opportunity when Doug came for real, when it came, and that changed my whole career. Brought Schwartz in, and I gotta give a shout out to Schwartz too, because man, that coordinator, man, he kept me on point, just like Vic, same. All my coordinators, I learned something from. That was the first one that really like took me back, because that's who I had at senior ball, and I felt like I was myself again. I could play my game. Schwartz came back, so that opportunity presented itself. I ain't looked back since. No, you good.
You're really shy about talking about local history. Is there a point where you recognize you really took me beyond that?
That sound like Cuz.
So Trent Cole and them guys, JP, them were the two that really helped me in the time where I was at my lowest. When they put that bus label on me, that was tough, because I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to. I got to give my credit to my wife. She got me back outside doing stuff for the community, and just not just sitting up. She's like, do something about it, but you can't be just sitting in the house. And so I get it. And so I think during that time they put that bus label on me around year 2 to 3. It was tough, but once I was able to fight back, I think
you got to let players develop, man. That's what this era don't like to do. They don't like to let players develop. They want an automatic Pro Bowl, and that's rare. We got 3 of them now. We got Quinyon, Jalen, and Cooper. 4, really, if you put Nolan Smith in there. That rarely happens to have that many great players this young.
You don't really know, because I'm a competitor. I had to really talk to myself a little bit to see, because of course I'm ending on my own terms, and I'm thankful for this moment, because I am happy to not have the stresses of y'all no more. Because the ups and downs of me saying some stuff, boy, and then next thing you know, I gotta live through the week, and here it is, and it's like, oh, I can't watch TV this week because I said this. I ain't mean to say it like that, but that's how they took it. But those little things like that, I'm excited to get away from. but I'm gonna miss everything about it, man. Right now I'm talking that stuff, but I'm gonna miss y'all too, because we all got a job to play. Y'all made it fun, and as y'all know, when I'm done, locker room's closed. It's always.
The time during the season where you were entertaining the idea of coming back for one more, was that a real consideration, and what was the process like that? That got you to this?
Well, you know what? If I ain't make it back to the Super Bowl, man, I probably wouldn't be up here right now. I promise you, I'll be begging to come on back one more. But I was happy to be able to make it back.
Go out on top.
Play with my guys, put that uniform on one last time. Big moment, big stage. And the way we went out there and performed, it all started in like one big keeping us prepared. The supporting cast, our coaches putting in that work to make sure they relay the message for the week. We trusted ourselves in that week, and I felt like me being able to be a part of that was all I needed to know. I felt like my prayers was answered, being able to come back and be with the boys one last time. And I didn't know how it was going to be for real. I mean, we won, and of course the competitor in me wanted to come back, but I know this. I couldn't ask for nothing sweeter than this, and I'm thankful to have came back and be able to play my last game, like my coach said, with some integrity and played good at that.
Nice.
So I can always hang my hat on that, where I played good in my last game, went out on my own terms, and went out on a champion. Yeah. I mean, everything.
Nah, everybody want a quick return on investment, man.
I didn't know I returned. I just was still playing, and even when Nolan.
Sometimes it's unrealistic.
I mean, it's one of those injuries where it's just a funny. It's way better than my knee and all the other things, but you still got to make sure you let it heal. And this time around, I'm gonna make sure I take my time. Let it give me more time to get in the building before I get kicked out my locker.
Maybe only some of the mistakes you during the first guy. How do you go about touring from a long time?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Going through life, everybody, us as men, everybody grow at different times. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I had to
Look
grow
at
up.
Jason Peters. A lot of people say he stuck around a couple years too long.
So you had to grow up fast because you choose to take that next step in life. Where I had my wife, it's like, man, I want to be the best man I could be for her, and so I had to clean up some of my old stuff, my old habits, and to grow up. And everybody has a different time when they're gonna do that. I mean, because I feel like if I stayed single, I probably wouldn't have did that. And luckily, I had a woman in my life that helped me. And of course, it's a daily walk. It's not perfect, but if you say I want to be somebody that if I said it, I meant it, and I'm going to be a man of my word. And so I had to start living like that. And it's just a decision that you got to make with yourself. Don't look too far ahead in the future because it's about what you do today. What I do today. I'm gonna have some integrity about my decisions and my choices today, and we worry about tomorrow when it comes, if it comes, because a lot of people didn't make it today. So I look at it like it's a daily walk of growth, and sometimes you got to look back to see where you came from in order to see the growth, because it can seem all the same sometimes. But I know for me, just having that woman in my life helped me grow up a whole lot faster.
Workplace, brand, or something like that. What does it mean to you? Is that something that's conscious that you're trying to bring that?
Johnny Mack asking that question.
You got to be consistent. Just like I'm sure, with y'all guys out there, on what you do every day, you got to stay consistent. And consistency is everything. I think it don't matter. You ain't going to please everybody. But I'm going to stay consistent on my energy I bring. I'm going to speak to you, even if you don't want to speak to me, whatever it is. Like, there's so much that goes into that. I don't want to fall into somebody I'm not. And so I think just working on that, like, even when I got to talk to y'all after a loss, I know it's coming. I know, but I got to stand and talk to it. I can't just be a high guy and not be here for the lows, too. So I think that consistency of fighting through the easy, wrong thing to do. And go for the hard right thing, because it's hard to stand tall when you know you're wrong sometimes. It's hard to stand tall when you lost the game. You might have guaranteed the game or something like that. You got to sometimes eat your words, but you got to be a man about it and be good. And so I think, you just got to make sure that you stay consistent.
I don't know who that is.
Well, you know what? They keep you hip on what's going on. Not saying that I'm old, but you know what I mean. Different times is getting me ready for what I'm gonna have to deal with my kids when it's like that's what y'all talking about now. So I think just being able to be relatable to the guys, while still being me. I'm gonna be me in it. I mean, I wish I could dance like some of these boys, but I'm gonna come up with something unique and crafty that I can do to be with y'all, because that's how much I want y'all to know. I can appreciate y'all culture too, and I can appreciate what y'all bring to the table. And I'm learning to accept people where they at in their life. And I think that's the hardest thing for a lot of. I ain't gonna speak.
Yeah, man. See him at the alumni events.
To accept people for where they are in life and how they celebrate you, how they love you, and all that little stuff. And I learned that from my baby. I can't even take all that credit. But she always say that to me. You gotta meet people where they at. And you gotta accept whatever it is on how they love you and how they express themselves to you. So with the young boys, when they come talk to me, I really take it serious. I really try to be there for them. I really try to just be that listening ear. If they just want to talk, complain about something, but then
you know he gonna be working for the Eagles.
So
he ain't going nowhere.
All right, you complain explain to me, I listen to you. So what's next? And so we always try to go through a plan.
Oh, dude, that's
We walk together.
slam dunk. That's not even a question.
That's one thing I'm gonna miss, though, for real, because being on that field, talking stuff to people, it's all fun. It's all good competition. So, but at the end of the day, I'm really trying to help them when we do go against each other. Because I want the coaches to talk about them in a good light. I want them to get paid too, and I want them to be able to do that for somebody else. I always tell them, return the favor. Remember, you wasn't always where you at. Like even like a guy like I'm just thinking of a guy like a Jordan Malata. You know, somebody on this last year where he don't know. And man, I was just like, man, this your last year, man. Just stay focused, off season, work your butt on. Hey, you want to do something? Talk to me. Talk to whoever you need, whoever you trust. Go talk to him. But let's go. And then just the other day I won the Super Bowl. We talked again. I'm like, man, remember that day? You ain't know. Not 2 contracts later. Look where you at. And so you're serving somebody else. And so that's where I'm at. Like this, we don't get there by ourselves. And so that's where I try to pass it on. Even this year with Sweaty, I'm like, Sweaty, it's your room. I'm just here to watch over it, you know, to see whatever you need from me. Because I don't want you to think that, like, you know, that we ain't in this together. And so that's my way of bringing these guys to let them know, like, it's your time. Like I just told Nolan, man, it's your room. Look how crazy. Nah, you the guy. You the oldest guy in that room. So go out there and go take care of business. And so I just try to be that consistent, constant, you know, ear for someone. And sometimes I need it from my guys too. And them guys, and I will say that that's how they help me. They help me be able to come to them too. Because it's not just them always coming to me. I go to them too because we build a relationship.
What's next for you?
What you say? Say no prayers, man. Because everybody different. Everybody body different. But what I will say is the relationships that I've built over these 15 years is just because of, you know,
yes,
be intentional.
I think that is correct, Carlos.
I would say a lot of people, some people don't realize it till after. And I've listened to other guys that left.
I think Lane Johnson is right behind him.
Person anyway, but I've been more intentional on just, you never know, man. Like people always say, man, you smile lights up the room, so I always try to smile because you never know who needs it. And now getting all these messages from guys and just seeing some of the stuff, the impact that you had on guys that you know that it took a lot out of them just to even tell me that. But I made sure I heard them and I made sure I told them how much I appreciate it. I'm telling you that because I'm gonna stay doing it. Because sometimes you can get bored with it. Not even bored with it, but just some stuff you do, you don't think it's.
Yeah, Lane Johnson's at 12 years.
But people watch.
Damn it, he played 15? BG played 15? Oof. My boy Irvin Fryer played 17, so.
We all got something, but you know, you gotta stand on whatever it is you're doing. And so for me, I just try to make sure that I just was the best person I could be, you know, every day, bring the energy. I ain't happy that day. Look, I need you. I was gonna bring it, or some other guys at the time that I was with, bring it. So, yeah, man, it's just, you just gotta stay being you. You know what? I don't know yet.
Yeah, B Dog played 16 years, but 13 with the Eagles.
Figure out what I could do to be a part of what's going on. I feel like, as you know, we got some good stuff brewing right now, and I want to make sure that I can be a help in whatever it is that I do.
See, BG would be a good coach, but with him having young kids, I don't think he want to have them coach his hours. He'll be on ESPN, like where we are in South Jersey. NFL Films literally is 20 minutes up the road. So he's probably going to be on some NFL show, Good Morning Football, or, you know, he'll be on some show right up there in Mount Laurel in a minute.
I'm gonna miss it, but I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna do it in practice too. Like I'm gonna be a part of something that they got going on, where you know I could come in and even if I'm just coming to practice, doing something to help wash, doing something. I'm gonna always tell the old lineman that I would have if I was still out there.
Nice.
Anything with Dallas, man. I mean, I'm always talking stuff to Dak. Dak be cool out there when we have our back and forth. But I like Dallas games. Of course, big games that you need playoffs. But if I had to say Cowboys, it's always gonna be #1. Just talking through it with my wife, talking through it with the team, and then cried about it a couple times. And it's like this perfect ending to my career right now.
2 Super Bowl trophies,
I'm
bro.
gonna be a man of my word. I said that this was my farewell tour, and I know I got hurt, and that's what kind of made me in between. But I'm gonna stand tall on it because I don't know what God got for me that's ahead. That if I don't let this go, I don't know what else He got for me. I will never know if I don't let this go. So I'm happy and thankful to have been here this long.
15 years, bro. That's a minute
Like I say,
in the league. NFL stands for not for long.
happy how everything is happening. So, I'm still happy with my decision. Like I said, if anything I can do to help this team, that's what I want to kind of come up with. Oh yeah, that's always going to be a good one because Michigan guy against another Michigan guy. That's the only way. In that sense, the way he did it the year before against the Falcons, man, it was like I was just happy to be able to get him. And it didn't matter who made the play. Like let's say, no matter who made the play, just make the play so we can all, we good. Like and so I just so happened to be there, but it was all of us. The person who took away his first read, that's the guy I need to thank because all that stuff worked together. And it was a big moment in my career.
It's a good way to look at it.
I felt like things started to get even better from that point on. But it took me 7 years? 7 years at that point to get there. And then the win, and then it was a back and forth game. 100 yards total offense, both sides. I felt like we both were doing good. And, somebody made that key play. And that's all it takes. One big play in the game can cost you. And, I'm happy we was able to get that. So something I'll always remember. And of course, his last Super Bowl. Man, that was a great one right there because we owed them from the first time. And that one stung, but I didn't run from that moment either. In that moment when we lost, I went and congratulated everybody. As hard as that was. And I wanted to run. I wanted to go straight to that locker room. I went out there and I faced it. That's why we all did. We all faced it. That's why I feel like this moment that we just had was from that. So if I could tell any kid, any adversity you go through, don't know. Just face it. Just know it's going to be better. It's going to be better for it one day. You can look back and say, man, I'm glad I did that because look at this moment came back. We did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, don't concentrate on that stuff, Philly, until like at least a week before the draft, because that's when the shit's really gonna hit the
My
fan.
wife got me back outside a little bit. That was the whole point. She was saying we need to do some community stuff. We need to be out here because people that look up to you. And of course, I went out there, started doing little stuff here and there, but then started to see like kids how they react to you. Like I said, I bring that energy. Started to see how much you can really help some of the kids. So now I just anytime I'm available, my wife got a nice little thing going where I just take care of my kids. And all that stuff is in line. Shoot, we do whatever. Making sure the house is good, we do it. And so now I really make sure, like, if it's gonna turn up even more, me being in the community, because now I got some free time and I want to make sure I'll spend it the right way. But that's community service gonna be always a part of our family because I want my kids to know, like, this stuff don't happen by yourself. And you gonna have people looking up to you just as much as I have people looking up to me. And you gotta make sure you do something positive with that. And that's the positive, the people that's coming in the future. They're the future. So I gotta make sure I give them the best and let them know it ain't about no money, it ain't about no fame, it ain't about none of that. It's about you going out there and doing work for people that they've been thrown away from others. And so let them know that they are just as special. They got some just some fire on the inside that they just haven't tapped into yet. But I'm gonna help them, and help them as best I can. So I think my wife for getting me back out there, and of course, we gotta make that decision to stay going. But that's what I've been choosing to do is stay in that community.
A lot of guys are about communication. Right. That one where did that come from? How much
when growing up, my mom, she always, just would say, just something like, don't be like everybody else. That's why I don't have no tattoos, I don't have no piercings, because I wanted tattoos and all that stuff. But, she would always say, be different. And I know we should like to watch the news all the time because there's so much negative. So that always kind of stuck with me.
That's funny, Carlos.
Why we turn that on?
Punching the air like Ricky.
So it's like, for me as a kid, I just always tried to go against, like I say, that easy, wrong thing to do. That's how be negative about something. And it's like, all right, you know what? It happened. I learned to deal with it as far as like it happened, deal with it for a second, but then, all right, what's my plan of action? What's next? And what's the positives from it? So, I'm getting better with that because I'd be so quick to move on because some negative stuff happened. I know it ain't gonna be negative for long, but sometimes I try to stay in it a little bit, just to say I felt it. But then I'm always trying to find that plan of action for the next thing. So I think that's where it kind of clicked for me to stay positive. There's no sense in being negative about it because being negative ain't gonna bring you nothing but more negative.
Nah, that's trade bait, Philly.
That's why I try.
This is all about how we trying to get capital for the next 3 years. Because you got Jalen Carter, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, all in the next 3 years that you got to re-sign. So Howie's making moves now to make that happen. But for the immediate future, Jalen Carter is the one that you got to worry about. So that's what Howie's getting all these picks. He's not going to keep all these picks, but you can get capital from them picks.
In a moment where I might be going through something, and it's like they might bring up some old stuff that you might have not still knew that you had to deal with. I mean, you still had to get better with. But I think where I unblocked everybody on Twitter, I forgot. Yeah, there you go. That day, that was it right there. That's when I forgave everybody. I was like, go ahead, unblock them all, man. And so when I think for me, winning that Super Bowl the way it happened, that helped. But like I said, them conversations, man, not gonna make everybody happy. So stop trying. So as long as I make as long as my family good now, that's all that really matters. My close people that really mean something to me. As long as we can have conversation and get through things together, that's all that matters. Because a lot of people don't know me. A lot of people just watch football player that I am on what I did, they don't know me. So I can't be mad at them for them making their own assumptions of whatever it is, because you know what assumptions do. That's why I don't assume. Because if I want to know something, I'm gonna go talk to them. So, and in this case in football, you don't really get to talk to a lot of us. So you're gonna talk about it. So you can't really take offense to it. And so I try to help them young boys in that because I know it's things sometimes hearing some of your guys might with the term media and start talking about you because that's the job, and I understand that too. Some people are just not in that place, but now I understand. I don't take offense to it. Talk about it, might laugh about it. You might have said something that you might have didn't know nothing about. Me cool. So it's like it just happened. It just happened. So you just gotta be you, man. Can't worry about what nobody gotta say. You gotta keep being you and trust what you're doing is what you want to do. Don't do it for nobody else. So that's how I live it. That's what I'm trying to hope I can spread it to my kids. It's about what you think. Not what I think, it's about what you think. Because you do what it is. So that's it. Appreciate y'all.
And we're done. All right. All right. Just wanted to go live with that. Give BG his props. All right. It's about 12:40, so he probably went 35 minutes. Good 35 minutes. Short, sweet, to the point. Very heartfelt. Very honest. Um, you know, and I don't expect anything less from BG. He's one of those type of players that wears his emotions on his sleeve, say what he got to say, and keep it moving. And just like he said, athletes have a tendency to when shit goes wrong, you want to move past it. I thought it was very interesting for him to say sometimes you got to sit in it for a second, just so you can understand and empathize, and then you move on. So very introspective by Brandon Graham. You guys already know. You guys put it in the chat. He's going to be a Eagles Hall of Famer as soon as humanly possible. I wouldn't expect anything less. I'm guessing Howie Roseman and Jeff Lurie are going to get that done probably by the first home game next year. So there's probably no wait for BG. So played at one team all 15 years. They waited. They let him develop. And it paid dividends. He's what you want as a player. But now a lot of guys, a lot of teams are just too impatient. They just way too impatient. Tiffany, you not ready for this today? So, but yeah, we expected it. He said, he told us this at the beginning of the season. And then, once he tore his bicep or his tricep or whatever, we thought that was the end, and then he came back and played in the Super Bowl and played well. They weren't sympathy snaps. He got in there and he did some damage. So he is one of the lucky ones. He stayed in the same city for his whole career. He battled from the bottom all the way to the top, won two Super Bowls against the best in the business. And the one good thing you can hang your hat on is in 2017, we took Tom Brady's best punch and we beat him. And in this past year, Patrick Mahomes got our best punch and he had no shot. So he's been on the receiving and giving end of some truly epic Super Bowl ass whoopings. You know what I mean? So, and he's 2 for 3. Been to 3 Super Bowls and got 2 rings out of it. So, guess what, man? Go out on top. You see the 2 trophies on the table with him. I'm going down to NovaCare this Thursday. As part of they invite all of the alumni and family members so we can go down there and take pictures of the trophy. So I'll be doing that this weekend. I'm going to try to stream Thursday night. If I can't stream from the event, I'll just, as soon as I get home, I'll post up all of the videos and all of that type of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, BG, great speech, great conversation. Wasn't necessarily a speech. Thanked his family, thanked his wife, thanked his parents, thanked the staff, all of that type of stuff, man. Anytime you start getting into, and it just kind of shows what the Eagles have going on at their facility. They got good people, man. When you go out of your way to thank the staff and the people that make your food and all of that type of stuff, you kind of just don't throw that out there, because that's one of them things where if you didn't say it, wouldn't nobody care? You know what I mean? Nobody's thinking at that level. But the only reason you do that is because you made relationships with those people. You got meaning relationships with those people, and it matters. It matters. We used to have, when I was at Eastern Kentucky, there was an old lunch lady, and we used to call her mom. And she had been, she was a rich somebody in Richmond. I never knew her real name. We just used to call her mom. She worked in the cafeteria where all the football team, and she had been there for years. So if you wanted to go and you wanted some eggs scrambled, or if you wanted an omelet, she would make it for you. So we looked at her as our mom. That's what everybody called it. And she knew everybody. And she treated everybody like we was one of her kids. And that is what I think of when Brandon Graham was talking about the staff and the people, all of the other people that nobody really will ever see. Nobody will ever see the people that makes the protein shakes, or the people that fried a mistake at lunchtime, or they don't see that type of stuff. That brought him an extra T-shirt for one of his kids, or little stuff like that that nobody ever sees. So good on him for thanking those people. So because that type of stuff matters. That just shows the type of environment they have down at NovaCare. So um, it's gonna hit me to training camp when you don't see BG. BG will be at training camp. He'll just be on the sideline. So he'll be very loud, and he'll be the loudest spectator on the sideline. Guaranteed. So no, there will never be another BG. Maybe the closest thing we got right now to BG is Lane Johnson. So oh dude, bro. Now mind you, I was at EKU from 88 to 93. So I graduated in 93 after my red shirt freshman year. So I was there 5 years. And I just remember that, man. And it's not like I made an impression on it. I just did what everybody else was doing. I just followed suit. And you had a couple of the vets, couple of the older guys that will go in there, and we walking in, and then today you go in for breakfast, you got the egg, sausage, and all of that kind of stuff. They would always have biscuits and gravy and stuff like that. I mean, because we in Kentucky. But I remember going in there, and one of the upperclassmen was like, "Hey, Mom, can you give me 2 over easy?" And she was like, "Yeah, baby." And that's how I knew her. And the first time I talked to her, what did I say? "Hey, Mom, can you do this? Can you give me a couple scramble?" Because some people didn't like the powdered eggs or the fake eggs and stuff like that. So she would try to accommodate you every time. And you remember that type of stuff, man. So yeah, he's not in pads. He ain't in pads. Say about it. Yeah, Lane is last man standing, 12 years. It'll be 13 next year for Lane. So Jake Elliott, yeah. So that era is almost all gone, with Fletch bowing out, and then now BG's gone. Zach Ertz last couple of years in Washington. Zach Ertz is going to come back and sign a one-day contract so he can retire as an Eagle. You know that's going to happen. CJ Gardner-Johnson and Slay might have the same opportunity. I don't know if they will do it, because CJ Gardner-Johnson has been in other places, but he won the Super Bowl here. Same thing with Slay. Slay was in Detroit all of them years, comes here, now he gets 2 opportunities to play for a Super Bowl. So you never know what they're going to do. You never know what they're going to do. So put McNabb and T.O. blew up the team. Yeah, there's levels to that conversation. There's levels to that. So I will say I've run into McNabb a few times. McNabb was a cool dude, but sometimes he can get, to me, McNabb was the type of dude that sometimes he would get jokey at the wrong times. And that's just, but I didn't spend no time with him. So there's plenty of people that love Five. And like I said, the few times I've been around him, I got pictures with him and stuff like that. He was cool as hell. So, but I understand the dynamics of the relationships in the locker room. And from the outside looking in, when I was watching that situation and T.O. and all of that happened, it was one of those things where both parties could have done some things better. I'll just say it like that. Both sides could have done some things better, because both of them knew that if they would have stayed together, the Eagles would have had Super Bowls. They would have had another opportunity to go back, but they couldn't. Ego, man. Ego get in the way, and don't nobody want to be wrong. Everybody want to be right, and it kills you. It kills you. So I don't disagree with that. I don't unless you know him, and I do not. I've been around him a couple times, but I would not say I know him. If I saw him at an alumni event, obviously I would recognize him, but he would recognize me like, I don't know your name, but I know I've seen you here before. So I know you're alumni, but I don't know your name. Like, I don't have too many people that I will call. Like, I don't know if you saw my thing with Irvin Friday the other day. If I'm gonna call you a friend, that means I can call you and you will call me back. That's what I mean when I say you a friend. Irvin Fryer is a friend. William Thomas, Willie T is my friend. I mean, Willie T was in my wedding, so yes, he's a friend. Irvin Fryer, we went to church together, so he is my friend. You know what I mean? If I call, he'll call me back. Mark Woodard, somebody I consider a friend. And I can name some other, former Eagles and stuff like that. But a lot of them, you see them at the events, and that's as far as you see them. So Ken Dunnick, somebody I would call a friend. If I call him, he'll call me back. He'll talk to me, and we can. G Cobb is somebody I call a friend. Brian Balding is somebody I call a friend. Vasek Ahima is a friend. So I don't have a lot of them, but the ones I do, like I say, if I call, they'll call back. So, for sure, Fryer with an AR. For sure. Hey Tiff, what time? Because I checked, wasn't live. Wake up this morning. Hey, I went live late last night. I went live at like 11. Because I was, what did I do? I was watching Unrivaled. So I watched that. Then I jumped on my boy K-Sap's podcast. So I was doing that for a little bit. And then once I got done with that, it was about, I think it was like a little after 11. And then I saw the news about Olajari. So I was like, how he still making moves? So I went live talking about the signing about the linebacker. So I stayed on for about an hour. That was about it. So I did kind of go late, but one thing I'm noticing differently is, and I'm guessing because I got a lot of people that watch me in the Midwest and on the West Coast, because my numbers do a little bit better the later I go. Now, I don't want to get too late because I got to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to get ready to work. But I've noticed that my viewership is better when I'm at 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I'm experimenting with some of that again, and I'm trying to kind of, because I don't want to, we got to work. So I don't want to go live at 11 o'clock. And then, I laugh at my buddy K-Sap. K-Sap got a podcast, and he got one of them things where everybody's trying to jump on live because that's where I got the idea for bringing people onto the show live, dropping the link so you can come on and say your piece. I got that from K-Sap. Shout out to K-Sap. But K-Sap will be on the podcast, and it'll be like 4 or 5 in the morning. You still got 100 people in the room watching. I'm not trying to stay up late like that. I'm old. But I'm trying to play with my times a little bit more. I tend to do that in the off season because I'm still trying to see what works, trying to work with the analytics and get it going. So, but before I get up out of here, just another reminder, Thursday night, I will be at NovaCare. I am going to try to stream from NovaCare. They're having a lounge party so we can see the trophies and all of that type of stuff. If I cannot, I will be on probably around 10 o'clock on Thursday night so I can show everything that happened. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all watching. Shout out to Brandon Graham. Welcome to Eagles alumni. I hope to see you at a couple of alumni events, but I know you at another tier. I'm not in your pay grade. So, but still, have a chance to see you. I got pictures with you from the last time I was at alumni practice, but you'll probably be at every practice, big dog. So congratulations to Brandon Graham. Great career, staying in the city his whole career, battling back, getting 2 Super Bowl rings. He is the soul of Philadelphia. So, all right, I'm going to get up out of here, get back to work. And I will see you guys probably later tonight. All right. I'll let you later. Go Birds.